Hi everyone, today I'm going to be making some Christmas decorations. They're going to be Yoshi eggs. Okay, so you're probably going to want something that's egg shaped, whether it's plastic, paper mache, styrofoam. I've chosen styrofoam eggs from an art shop. You're also going to want to use acrylic paint, so I've got my white here, which I'm going to use as a base, and then I've got my 4 basic colours here. Which I can use to mix to make different shades, and then obviously paintbrushes, whether they're cheap or expensive, doesn't really matter. And I've got some little spongy things to make the circles on the eggs. So I didn't make those, I bought those, which are really cool. And then lastly, to hang the eggs up, you're going to want maybe some twine or some thin thread or something like that. And I've got a bunch of sewing needles, so I can poke a hole through the bottom of the egg here and then string it up. So I'm going to start by doing the base on the eggs with the white acrylic paint. I've also got some cheap plastic pellets. So if you didn't know already, your hands are probably going to get messy while you're doing this. So probably take off any jewellery that you care about, because you will get paint on your hands like I have already. And this is just my first base coat. I'm going to do another one after this one, but I'm going to need to let this paint dry first. Okay, so I'm pretty much finished my first white coat. Best thing about your paint palette is it doesn't have one use, it has 2 uses. You can actually put your egg in there. I'm just going to leave that to dry, and then I'm going to come back, do a second coat all around. So this is the egg after one coat of the acrylic paint, and I've painted the top and the bottom. And also, if you're in a hurry, it's okay to use the hairdryer. That'll just make it, the whole process go a lot more quickly. So I'm going to start doing the second coat now, just to really make that undercoat really nice and thick. I first started playing Yoshi's Story on Nintendo 64 many years ago, and it's probably my favourite Nintendo game ever, as Yoshi is my favourite Nintendo character. So yeah, therefore we are making Yoshi eggs as Christmas decorations. As you can see, I'm pretty much finished the second coat here. So this is the egg after its second base coat, and we're getting ready to put the spots on now. So we're up to the stage where we put the spots on, and I've just got a basics pack. It was really cheap. So from this I'm going to mix the colours I want, but I'm going to start off with the classic Yoshi egg, which is the green. Got these spongy things, and they're actually circles. All I'm going to do is maybe get a bit more paint and use this green, dip the sponge in the green, and then I'm going to make some spots. And hopefully this goes quite well. So maybe just get a little bit, wipe a bit off, and then do another one somewhere else. And then just really hold it in so you fill all those white spaces up. And then it might be a bit clunky, patchy again, so just might need to smooth it over again with the end of the sponge or with another paintbrush. What might make it easier is just do the top half of the egg first, so you can let it dry like that, and then swap it over when that's dry and do the bottom side. So I've let the top dry. I'm just going to do a few of the ones on the bottom now. So this is the green and white egg complete, pretty much. And if at any time you get green outside your spots or dots, just go over it with a bit of white paint on a small paintbrush. So now we're ready to actually attach it to some string or twine or whatever you want to call it, so that we can hang it off a branch. Put it through your needle, and I can't stress this enough, it needs to be a really long needle, because it needs to fit through this whole thing for you to be able to thread it. So I've already done a bit of trial and error, and I found the best way to do this is from top to bottom. So just find the top of it, and then find the center, and you want to get it as vertical as possible through the center of the egg so it comes right out the bottom, and then just push it through, apply a bit of pressure. I might just mention while I'm doing this, you might see that I've got a cutting board under here, because you don't want to be making holes in your parents' antique table. So the easiest way to get this through to this side here is probably by holding the needle like that on your cutting board, and then pushing the egg down slowly, applying even pressure all around. So as you can see here, the needles come out the other side. So to pull it through, it's kind of too hard to do it with your hands because it'll just slip. So what you should probably use is flat edge pliers. That'll just give you better grip on the metal. It's also safest to do it away from you. There you go. So how much string you use is really up to you. You can make a really long hanging egg or a really short one. Depending on how thick your thread is, that'll determine how many knots you need to make. Because obviously thinner thread's going to need more knots like mine. So let's just test it. See if it doesn't go through. Yes, success. That's good. So what we're going to do is just cut the excess off. So this is the final result. This project took approximately 1 hour to complete on my own, and it cost about 15 to 20 Australian dollars, and I'd say it's about 2 out of 5 for difficulty if you're doing it on your own. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!